Now we're going to look at some different 2D or two-dimensional representations of the 3D solids. One of the ways to represent it is by isometric drawing. This is called isometric paper, where it has all the dots, and you can see the little rhombi there. There's a little rhombus, and there's another little rhombus. The point of it is to show three sides of a figure from a corner view. So here's the corner, and that's where I think it's probably easiest to start at, is the corner that is closest to you. So I'm going to start right here, and I know this has to be low and I have to have enough room to fit that in. So I drew the two cubes right here, there. So all you do is you connect a rhombus, that's the top of the cube. Connect a rhombus, that's the top. Then you can draw some lines straight down and then connect along the bottom, and that creates the two cubes. Now I need to create a stack of two cubes right here. So you can see I draw the top, here's the top cube and the bottom cube. This one needs to go one higher, so the top will be here and the cubes will come down until there. And there they are. Just to give it a little more perspective, I'll color in the front and the top. And so you can see that's an isometric drawing of this shape. The other view is called an orthographic view, and sometimes it'll be with blocks, or it could be with these more complicated shapes. So here's my original, which sort of looks like a house with kind of a hip roof or something. And you can see here's the original, and you can get 6 different perspectives. One is looking straight on from the front, so I wouldn't see these sides. All I'd see is a triangle and the front rectangle. Also from the back, which would look a lot in this case like the front. From the left, so here I just see this rectangle and the top triangle. From the right, same situation. From the top, you can see I'll see 4 different triangles from the top. And then finally from the bottom, all I see is a flat rectangle. Now you will sometimes use orthographic views to figure out the volume, say, of a stack of cubes. And so the easiest way for me to explain it is you're going to combine the views to determine what the maximum is, what it can be no higher than. So use one of the views as the counter. I think for me the top is definitely the easiest one. And because, you know, when you're stacking and counting, you can look down and you can count. It just seems to make more sense. Then I use the front view to help me figure out what's the maximum. Anything with ones in it, I can pretty much tell that, okay, that stack is 1 cube high. Then I can also combine it with the side view for the ones I'm not quite sure about to find the maximum and the total. Then I add up all the cells, and that gives me the total. Now we're going to combine the orthographic views to figure out what are the total number of cubes used to build the shape. So here you can see this is the top view. For me, it's a lot easier to count up here. So the first thing I'm going to look at is if you see this cell here, I know there's nothing behind it. And from the front, I can see there's supposed to be 2 blocks there. So that tells me this cell right here has to have 2 blocks stacked on top of each other. See, these 2 go together. The other thing from the front view is I can see that the most blocks I have in this area right here is 1 block. And from the top view, I can see I only have blocks right here, here, and here. So I can put in 1s there. Now, this one's a little trickier because this could be 3 blocks in each one of these, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So I'm not sure. I know there has to be at least 1 block in every one of these, and one of them has to be at least 3, maybe all 3 are 3. So how do I clear this up? I look at the side view. So you can see this side's going to be the front, and this is the back. The back 2 cubes have only 1 block apiece, so I'll put 1s there. That still leaves this white stack of cubes. Well, this white stack of cubes has 3, that has 3, so that means that has to have 3. Then I just add them all together to say, oh, I can build this shape with 10 blocks. Now, just for additional practice, I'm going to go ahead and show you an isometric view. So I went ahead and started from the side view because this is the kind of the corner where you start building. And then I add the 3 column right there. Then I'm going to add the 3 sets of 1 cube right there, and then my set of 2 cubes. So here's the isometric view from these orthographic views.